director at WVUA TV in Tuscaloosa. 3 years ago, I had something happen that, as a sportscaster on television, was awful. I was stricken with Bell's palsy, facial paralysis. One side of my face would not move. I called up my friend Britt Tidwell at Tidwell Chiropractic. He said, "Gary, come and see me. I'll fix you right up." I started going to see him. I was back on the air after 1 week. After 6 weeks, you could not tell that I had Bell's palsy. Amazing. Go and see Tidwell Chiropractic for all your chiropractic needs.
Next on the news at 10.
The University of Alabama spring semester is officially underway. Find out how students are feeling about rolling back into Titletown. I'm Molly Mitchell, and I'll have that story for you coming up.
Plus, Alabama lawmakers are making school shooting prevention a top priority. Here are some of their suggestions on how to keep your children safe. Richard?
Yeah, Tamika, coming up home team weather, still very mild this evening. 62 Tuscaloosa, 59 in Birmingham, but how long is the warm air going to stick around? How about your weekend forecast? Weather is straight ahead.
And find out how Sabanomics is boosting city finances. The news at 10 begins right now.
You're watching Alabama's WVUA News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Tamika Alexander. Thanks for joining us on Monday. The Alabama Crimson Tide brought history back to Tuscaloosa when they won back-to-back national championships, officially making T-Town Titletown. Today, students at the University of Alabama had their first day of classes, but as WVUA's Molly Mitchell shows us, the day was anything but normal.
Here at the University of Alabama, spring semester is officially underway, and I had the opportunity to speak with some students about what it's like to be back in Titletown with number 15 officially under their belt.
It's pretty amazing. Felt good to win it back-to-back, to wake up knowing I was a national champion again. Definitely sets us apart from other schools as far as our attitude towards our football and other athletic programs.
It's great. It's just a great feeling of, like they said on ESPN, we become the dynasty now, and it feels good.
Coach Saban is known for holding a strict standard for his players, and students say they are modeling that in their own lives.
Saban, he not only want his football players to be good on the field, but off the field as well. And I think it helps the whole entire university to want to be better in education, want to just further education and get finished with school.
Trying to push for, an excellence on the golf course, rather than just be a better shot, one more rep in the gym, staying in the library just for one more hour. Just that extra little push for excellence. I think that, we've learned from our team and from the campus that carries into students' everyday lives.
Not only have they won 3 and 4.
I think people would have more respect if we ran around keeping more of our mouth shut and having a little more humble pride about it rather than trying to flaunt it like most of other schools probably would do.
Coach Nick Saban, 2009, 2011, and now 2012. University of Alabama students are trying to be humble about their University of Alabama football team's success. Reporting in Tuscaloosa, I'm Molly Mitchell for WVUA News.
And there were some scary moments for the University of Alabama cheerleaders last night. Their bus was involved in an accident on the way home from the championship game and happened in Montgomery on Western Boulevard at Interstate 65. Police say the crash involved the bus, a car, and a pickup truck. Authorities say no one on the cheerleader bus was hurt, but a passenger in the pickup suffered life-threatening injuries. Officials say the victim is in stable condition. Well, the Crimson Tide's national championship is bringing a lot of positive attention to the University of Alabama, but it can also lead to positive things for the entire city of Tuscaloosa. Mayor Beth Harrison spoke with local leaders today to find out how football helps T-Town.
T-shirts, hats, trophies, the signs of a national championship are everywhere, and Tuscaloosa Mayor Walt Maddox is well aware of it.
I've jokingly referred to it as Sabanomics, but the truth is there definitely is an economic boon to the success of the football program.
But how does this boom affect the Druid City?
The university has stated it helps with their recruitment in terms of student enrollment. It clearly helps us in terms of our economic development recruitment.
Susan West with Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports Commission shares just how much the football program helps the city economically.
Each football game is somewhere between 15 and 20 million, we think, on the city. So that's more revenue that goes back to our schools, goes back to better roads, better services, better parks.
Mayor Maddox says one example of the relationship between the Crimson Tide and the city is this playground.
I thought it was very telling about a month ago when Ms. Saban and Coach Saban dedicated the new park on the riverfront. And one of the things that made me very proud is when the Sabans talked about how the growth and positive growth of Tuscaloosa helps them in their recruitment. See, we're linked together in so many different ways.
And Susan West says Tuscaloosa residents can help keep the ball rolling.
I think we're on the verge or on the beginning of just telling the story, so we need to do a better job of telling the story. But it's a great story, and it looks like it's only getting better. Let's start talking about number 16.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Mary Beth Harrison, WVUA News.
And the Crimson Tide helps businesses stay afloat with their 15th national championships. WVUA's Kelly Rittenauer spoke with local entrepreneurs who say the win not only gives a financial boost, but a mental one as well.
The tide floats all boats, you know.
And in today's economy, staying afloat isn't easy.
Being a business person today it's a fight. You have to fight a lot of different ways to keep business going and for it to be successful.
While the Tide is already focusing on the road to 16, many local businesses are just appreciative for the 15.
It gives us a sense of hope about what we can do in terms of growing our business. We kind of have an optimistic view about how the future is going to look for us. I think that the championship kind of does that for us.
It goes throughout the town. It's something that not only Tuscaloosa can be proud of, but that Alabama can be proud of as a whole. And that brings a mentality here that, you know, we want to be successful, that we want to do great things, and we just get to be a part of that.
I think it just kind of lifts our spirits. It makes us kind of want to be excellent. It makes us want to be the best we can be.
And if Monday night was any indication, the Crimson Tide dynasty has just begun. And now the question is Tuscaloosa ready for what comes next?
Maybe the design of the town isn't quite ready, but you know, the city as a whole, I think it'll be a great thing.
All the time. Every day we get a call about football for the next fall, or it just never stops.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Kelly Rittenauer, WVUA News.
And city leaders say next on the agenda is to celebrate the big win. That date and time will be determined by the university. Well, let's get a first check on Alabama's home team forecast. Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott joins us now. Richard, how long can we expect this rainy weather to stick around?
Tamika, it looks like a long time, actually. Rain's going to stick around on and off for the next 5 to 7 days. But again, it's not going to be a solid rain just like this afternoon tonight. We'll catch us break in the rain, but right now, you notice some showers on the radar across parts of central and north Alabama. This activity is moving off towards the north and west, kind of out of the southeast direction. And some spots going to get at least some rain overnight tonight, but it's not going to rain all night. Again, just keep the rain gear handy if you have those outdoor events planned. But by far, the heavier rain has happened today over northwest Alabama, northwest of I-20. Notice the rain back off towards the west. That's scooting our way and will likely arrive sometime tomorrow. So again, showers and storms possible tomorrow. Again, at any time, just keep that rain gear around. 70s are going to be likely. A very warm day. Any cool air to talk about? Your forecast is coming up.
The 15th National Championship means this is the third Coach's Trophy in 4 years. Paul W. Bryant Museum Director Ken Gaddy tells us they are busy making room for the newest member of the championship trophy collection and the new championship rings. Gaddy also says people may not realize they will get several different pieces of memorabilia from the championship. Gaddy says they are also anticipating getting the SEC trophy.
And there's things that people might not think about. There's rings that will come in, perhaps this summer when those will come in, so things will keep coming in. And there's things like right here behind us, this is the shirt that Saban was wearing when they dumped a Gatorade on him in 2009. And then the cooler they used in 2011 is here. So we had things like that come in and get part of the collection and be part of the Alabama football history.
And you can see the national championship trophy, the actual Waterford Crystal football trophy known as the Coach's Trophy, will be in Tuscaloosa on Friday. Fans will be able to have a free online photo taken with the trophy. The trophy is valued at $30,000 and takes 3 months to produce. This experience will be at the Tuscaloosa Walmart on Skyland Boulevard this Friday from 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. And when WVUA News at 10 returns, find out how Alabama lawmakers are making school safety their top priority for the upcoming legislative session. Plus, 2 Tuscaloosa men are behind bars in connection with the rape of a teenage girl. And is offensive junior lineman Anthony Steen leaving for the NFL? The answer is next in Home Team Sports.
Riverview Dental Designs, we've always been known as the cosmetic dental practice in Tuscaloosa, but we do much more than design beautiful smiles.
We deliver comprehensive dentistry for the whole family. We offer dentistry to keep smiles healthy and strong, from checkups and cleanings to crowns, bridges, and implants, and even relaxing sedation dentistry.
We invite you to visit for a dental exam and free smile evaluation.
Call Riverview Dental Designs today at 205-210-4505.
There are lots of reasons to get fit this year.
To keep up with him.
To get stronger.
Bathing suit season.
A new year means new goals, and Academy Sports and Outdoors has great gear, low prices, and most of all, the support you need to live fit.
Get the Marcy 150-pound stack home gym. Hot deal, $149.99. And start living fit for less.
Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff.
The Good Samaritan Clinic provides health care for needy and uninsured patients who cannot pay for medical care. Good Samaritan is a nonprofit organization partnered with the United Way and funded by local churches and organizations. Good Samaritan is staffed with compassionate and caring volunteers and is located on Watermelon Road in Northport, next to Sunset Memorial Park. If you would like to volunteer or are looking for a way to give back, call Good Samaritan Clinic. Health care with a heart.
What car company offers you 7 models with an EPA-rated 40 miles per gallon highway or better? Ford, America's freshest lineup, with exclusive EcoBoost technology that delivers efficient power. Ford has you covered at the pump, and now we'll cover your first 3 payments on select vehicles. No wonder Ford is America's best-selling brand. Now get Focus and we'll cover your first 3 payments plus get $1,500 cash back, or lease one for only $180. For more great offers, go to shopfordnow.com.
WVUA weather is brought to you by Bryant Bank. Join the Bryant Bank family today. When it comes to banking, nothing beats it. Member FDIC.
In state news, lawmakers say preventing and reacting to incidents like the Connecticut elementary school shooting will be their top priority. The 2013 legislative session is set to start February 5th. Today, lawmakers, law enforcement officers, and educators met at the State House to discuss the issue. Most speakers say they feel arming teachers is not a solution to the problem, although one lawmaker is suggesting arming a few specially trained teachers and staff members. Other proposed solutions include hiring more armed school resource officers. And WVUA is covering Tuscaloosa County, where new economic opportunities will be taking center stage for leaders. Probate judge and chairman of the County Commission, Hardy McCullum, tells us the Mercedes expansion is helping attract new businesses like suppliers. The commission is also looking at helping the community of Holt continue its effort to recover from the 2011 tornado.
One of our businesses is coming back. They've already broken ground. We're looking for we hope additional businesses to come into the community. We're working with infrastructure that would facilitate additional housing to come into the community, and so we're receiving a little bit of a grant money, seed money, to help kickstart some of that activity.
McCullum says they're also looking at how to prepare for the rising cost of health care for county employees. He anticipates an 8 to 9% increase this year, and he says revenues are not increasing at the same rate. Well, on your Crime Watch tonight, 2 Tuscaloosa men have been arrested in connection with rape. Police say it all started with a conversation on a social website. 37-year-old Carlos Antonio Clemens and 20-year-old Charles Lavoris Evans have been charged with rape. According to police, the incidents occurred at different times, but with the same victim. The mother of the victim told police her daughter chatted with multiple adults on a social website and then met them in person. Evans was also charged with sodomy. Police say the victim is a 14-year-old girl. Now it's your chance to help authorities find wanted suspects. You may have the piece of information that could make the difference. Here's this week's Tuscaloosa County's Most Wanted.
I'm Chief Deputy Ron Abernathy with the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office, and we need your help locating some of Tuscaloosa County's most wanted. Steve Edward Scott, wanted for robbery 2nd degree, robbery 3rd degree, domestic violence 2nd degree. Black male, 47 years of age, 6'2", 180 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, last known to be living in the 2000 block of 41st Street, Tuscaloosa. Robert Lee Jones Sr., White male, 49 years of age, 5'7", 165 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. Last known to be living in the 13,000 block of Highway 216, Cottondale. Wanted for violation of Sex Offender Act. Terrence Antonio Dixon, black male, 25 years of age, 5'6", 250 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. Last known to be living in the 1700 block of 40th Avenue, Tuscaloosa. Wanted for robbery 1, unlawful distribution of controlled substance. If you have any information on these or others wanted by the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office, please contact us at 464-8672 or go to our website at www.tcsoal.org. You can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Working together, we will continue to make Tuscaloosa County a safer place to live. Thank you.
Well, Richard, after we got through dodging raindrops, it ended up being a nice day out there today.
Not that bad this evening. Kind of gloomy looking if you look out the window, but it didn't feel that bad. It is starting to warm up to me, and the warmer temperatures really going to be around over the next several days. So we'll talk about that coming up next in Home Team Weather. Here is today's weather almanac. We hit a high temperature 62 this afternoon, way above normal. But what about the chance of rain over the next few days? Your forecast is after the break. Stick around.
One in 5 Alabama drivers does not have auto insurance coverage. Beginning January 1st, proof of auto insurance will be instantly verified when registering your vehicle and at all traffic stops and accidents. Be sure to insure.
If you've got a drinking or drug problem, don't treat it lightly. Addiction is a bigger, meaner, more powerful force than you ever imagined. So just because you might want to stop doesn't mean you can. And doing it by yourself could be next to impossible. Bradford has been helping adults and adolescents beat addiction through proven, affordable, confidential treatment for more than 30 years. If you really want to quit, get help by calling Bradford now.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Brush, brushy, brush, 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 brush. Know what you're doing, son. Here's what you gotta do. You can have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Good job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now spit. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
I'm Stephen Anderson, Chief of Police for the City of Tuscaloosa. Crime Stoppers is an effective crime-fighting tool for our department. You can help us by calling Crime Stoppers when you know of or have information of criminal activity being committed in our streets. When you call Crime Stoppers, your call remains anonymous and we will never ask your name or phone number. Crime Stoppers wants to reward you for your information. Should your confidential information lead to an arrest, you could be eligible for a reward of up to $1,000. Remember, Crime Stoppers wants your information, not your name.
It's a fact. 1 in 5 Alabama drivers does not have auto insurance coverage. Beginning January 1st, proof of auto insurance will be instantly verified when registering your vehicle and at all traffic stops and accidents. Be sure to insure.
Alabama's home team weather.
Hey, welcome back. Good Wednesday night to you. We'll check out that Tuscaloosa Tower cam looking off of the east direction down University Boulevard towards the DCH Regional Medical Center. And notice a little bit of shake there to the camera. It is a breezy night, and that warm, moist air is moving in out of the southeast. You probably noticed it changed during the daytime hours today. It's getting a little muggy out there tonight as temperatures do creep up and the dew point temperatures rise out there as well. A little bit of rain to talk about on the radar, but not really that much rain out there. Most of this activity very hard to see on our radar, but there's still some light sprinkles of mist all across west and central Alabama, some heavier downpours over parts of Chilton and Shelby counties. These are actually moving off towards the northwest from southeast to that northwest direction where the flow is out of the southeast. Some showers also over parts of Marion and Winston and Coleman counties. That extends over into parts of East Alabama between Gadsden and Anniston. Again, the southeast satellite and radar over the past several hours. We've had quite a bit of rain across parts of Alabama. Now, it hasn't rained all day, but the rain and storms have kind of come and go out there. The heavier rain by far happening over the northwestern side of the state. And here comes more rain back off towards the west. We're going to watch this activity as it tracks in our general direction over the next several days. Tomorrow we'll start to notice an increase in rain late in the day, and shower activity going to be possible at about any point during the daytime tomorrow. Not that much rain at the Tuscaloosa Airport, but other spots picking up close to 1 inch back towards Tupelo, nearly ½ inch in Huntsville, but back off towards the west, incredible amount of rain. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, over 5.5 inches in the bucket, an incredible amount of rain over parts of Louisiana. I'm not going to see rain totals around that over the next several days, but we'll see some rain around. Here's our lows this morning in the 50s, which is close to where we should be for our high temperatures this time of the year. Actual temperature, though, now we are in the 60s out there. 63 in Tuscaloosa, actually surpassing the high temperature. We hit a high today at 62. Temperatures are actually increasing tonight. We'll likely notice that trend, I think, during the day tomorrow, especially as we quickly jump in terms of temperature. 65 at 9 o'clock, 70 at lunch, 75 by 3 o'clock. Scattered showers and storms are going to be possible at about any point during the day tomorrow. Futurecast, what is going to happen over the next several days? We stay in this cloudy mess with showers and storms at about any point. Bottom line, just keep the rain gear handy around. The better chance of rain happens later in the day tomorrow as that cold front gets closer to us from the northwest, and we'll likely see periods of showers and storms through Friday, but again, it's not going to rain all day. Now, Saturday, the front backs northward, stationary, but slowly moves off towards the north. As going to the weekend, that'll take the better rain chance to the north of Alabama, but on Monday and Tuesday, another round of heavy rain will likely arrive, bringing a good chance for soaking as we go into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. So upper 50s to around 60 tonight. Most spots not going to drop that much in terms of temperatures. 75 tomorrow. A very mild day for this time of the year, about 20 degrees above normal. Rain at times, and some thunderstorms going to be involved with that from time to time. Thursday and Friday, same deal. Some rain and some thunderstorms involved, but it's not going to rain all day. Expect temperatures to top out close to 80 on Saturday, forecasting high of 77. If you see a little more sun at your house, it's going to be pretty easy to reach that big 80 on Saturday. Mid-70s on Sunday, slightly lower rain chance over the weekend at about 30%. Had a great time today speaking to the Teachers Retirement Group of Tuscaloosa County. Maybe you recognize some of these teachers if you're from this area. I had a great time speaking to the group about severe weather safety, and I do want to thank Mr. David Carroll for inviting me out to speak to the group. They were a lot of fun today, and certainly, yeah, a lot of good questions about severe weather, especially involved with kids, how, you know, the kids get safe in the schools during tornadoes, and we talked all about that.
All right. Lots to talk about with football tonight, Todd. Welcome back.
Well, thank you very much. It was an enjoyable trip down there in Miami, covering the Alabama's 15th national championship. And speaking of football, Alabama has hired a new secondary coach. I'll tell you who he is coming up. Plus, some SEC basketball highlights straight ahead in your home team sport. Come on back, folks.
They've stormed beaches and freed countries. They've raised our flag and our hope. They've been called leathernecks. They've been called devil dogs. But above all, they're called Marines.
The odds of this daughter of a clergyman spending 11 weeks at #1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of going on to win 6 Grammy Awards? 1 in 1.4 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm Toni Braxton, and I encourage you to learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Hi there, I'm Lynn Brooks, News Director at WVUA TV. You know the qualities that make up a great teacher: patience, compassion, understanding. Well, WVUA is giving parents and students the chance to nominate those great teachers as a Learning Experiences Featured Teacher of the Month. All you have to do is go to WVUATV.com and click on the Learning Experiences Featured Teacher link. Each teacher selected gets a $100 gift certificate to Learning Experiences. Nominate yours today.
When it comes to covering the sports scene at the University of Alabama, there's only one show that takes you behind the headlines: the award-winning Tighter Insider TV. Join Gary Harris and Rodney Orr every Tuesday night at 6:30 for the latest on the Crimson Tide. Gary and Rodney provide analysis, interviews, and more. Tighter Insider TV, Tuesday nights at 6:30, only on WVUA TV. Now, the Tuscaloosa Chevrolet Sports Update with WVUA's Gary Harris.
Hello, everybody. I'm Todd Hoyer in for Gary Harris. Well, University of Alabama head coach Nick Saban announced Wednesday the hiring of Greg Brown as Alabama's secondary coach. Brown has 3 decades of coaching experience, including 15 years as an assistant coach in the NFL. He spent the last 3 seasons in the college ranks at Colorado and Arizona. Now, Brown takes over for Jeremy Pruitt, who was recently named the defensive coordinator at Florida State. Greg says it is the dream of any defensive coach to learn from Coach Saban. Good for him. Let's see if he does well. Hey, Alabama right guard Anthony Steen announced on Wednesday that he would return for his senior season to play for the Crimson Tide in 2013. Steen said, "Getting my degree was one of my goals when I came to the University of Alabama, and I am on schedule to graduate this spring." He also said another year could help improve his draft status. Steen, a native of Lambert, Mississippi, has started 25 games at the Capstone while playing in 40 contests. He is a 2-year starter that helped Alabama rank 16th nationally and 2nd in the SEC in rushing in 2012 at 227.5 yards per game. Well, it was the push heard around the nation that caused talk radio stations and social media outlets to go crazy with thoughts of, "Did you see that?" responses. The incident that happened was in the 4th quarter when A.J. McCarron was seen verbally upset, yelling right in Barrett Jones's face. Jones then shoves A.J., letting his quarterback know he did not appreciate that. The Alabama crowd reacted in shocking fashion. The two were seen later on the sidelines hugging each other and putting the little tiff in the past. After the game, Barrett Jones explained it was just a misunderstanding among friends.
So what happened was we were trying to delay some time, so we went out there with about 10 seconds left in the play clock, and I identified the defense, but then they shifted, so I had to re-identify the defense, and the play clock ran out. And, it just happens. It's no big deal. He would tell you the same thing. We hugged and kissed afterwards. It's fine.
He did kiss, huh?
Yeah, I kissed. You get a little man kiss on the head. There's no shame in that.
What changed between you and Barrett in the field?
Nothing. I mean, us wanting to be great. So that's it.
11th ranked Florida hosting Georgia in both teams' SEC opener. First half action, Casey Prather gets a steal and then finishes it with a slam dunk. Prather had 10 points and 5 rebounds. Gators up by 6. Later, Eric Murphy knocks down the corner 3 as Florida was chomping the Bulldogs 19-4. Murphy had 11 points on the night. Then with under 5 minutes left till the half, Mike Rosario drives and hits the floater in the lane, putting Florida up 24-9. And the Gators just pummeled Georgia by the final score of 77-44, improving to 11-2, while Georgia drops to 6-8 on the season. And checking out the rest of your SEC hoop action tonight, you see that Auburn wins by 5 at home against LSU, improving to 7-7 on the year. Ole Miss defeats Tennessee on the road by 18. The Vols will play at Alabama Saturday at noon. The Bulldogs squeak by South Carolina by 2, 56-54. And the Aggies, gig 'em, have no problem at home against the Razorbacks, winning 69-51. Steroid-tainted stars Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, and Sammy Sosa have been denied entry to baseball's Hall of Fame, with voters failing to elect any candidates for only the second time in 4 decades. They were appearing on the ballot for the first time and have up to 14 more years to make it to Cooperstown. Candidates need to receive 75% of the votes to be eligible for the Hall of Fame. Also, former Atlanta Braves Dale Murphy's final year on the National Baseball Hall of Fame ballot yielded the same result as the last 14. Murphy received only 18.6% of the votes cast, far short of the 75% total needed to be elected into the Hall of Fame. This stood as a 4.1% improvement from 2012 and the highest total he had received since garnering a personal best 23.2% of the votes in 2000, his second year on the ballot. In the eyes and minds of Braves fans everywhere, though, he is already a Hall of Famer. And that's a look at sports. More news right after this.
This has been the Tuscaloosa Chevrolet Sports Update on WVUA. Roll, Chevy, roll.
You've probably seen commercials with famous actors talking about reverse mortgages, telling you how you can eliminate your monthly mortgage payment, still own your home, and live the life of your dreams. Well, most of that is true, but you need the facts. Call now for our 7 secrets of reverse mortgages. This simple-to-read brochure includes information about possible hidden fees, which program benefits you and not the bank, and how to negotiate better terms. You need to call to get the facts. Operators are standing by.
Hi, I'm Tim McGraw. The men and women of the Air Force Reserve play a vital role in protecting us at home and abroad. They are your neighbors, whose dedication to our country and commitment to their communities call them to serve. Dedication, commitment, and service. It happens every day at home and around the world. They're your neighbors, making a difference.
You requested it, we delivered. Prince Glover Hayes now brings you the People's Law School 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. on WVUA TV. Bob Prince, Matt Glover, or Josh Hayes will present a 1-hour program designed to inform and educate on a wide variety of topics, including personal injury, wrongful death, workers' comp, vehicle wrecks, and many others. Be informed about current legal issues. Brought to you in the public interest by Prince Glover Hayes. For the latest on Alabama athletics, it's Crimson Cover on WVUA TV. Join recruiting analyst Mike Parker, TideSports.com's Chase Goodbread, and former Alabama and NFL standout John Copeland as they take an inside look at all that is Alabama, as well as visit with special guests for a real look at Crimson Tide athletics. It's Crimson Cover on WVUA TV, Alabama's home team. Bradford Health Services, proven affordable treatment for drug and alcohol.
Mean old lion or playful pooch? Some of this Labradoodle's neighbors don't think it's really a dog. Now this little bundle of joy, or energy rather, doesn't look really like a lion to me. But Charles the Monarch, a Labradoodle, on Tuesday. Now police in Norfolk, Virginia say they got some calls about a baby lion on the loose. Officers even called the local zoo to make sure the big cats were all accounted for. Now the owner of the animal says his pet's cut is to look like Old Dominion University's mascot, and he says this isn't the first time the pooch has been mistaken for a lion. Interesting looking animal there. That explains why I don't have any animals. That animal looks kind of weird.
Hey,
there.
more importantly, does anybody know that Old Dominion's
I have no idea.
I wasn't going to say anything because I don't know anything about Old Dominion.
I think it's Old Dominion Monarchs, I think. I believe.
That
I don't
makes
even know.
sense because his name is Charles the Monarch.
Yeah, I think it's like the lion with the wings on it.
Well, that makes sense. It's missing
I'll take
the
your word
wings,
for
though.
it there.
Sure.
I have no idea. Well, there was certainly no shortage of congratulations going on for the Crimson Tide today. Now today, the University Honor Coach Nick Saban, his staff and players was celebrating achievement. At 9, noon, and 3 p.m. Denny chimes rang out with a song commissioned by UA President Dr. Judy Bonner to celebrate the great things done at the University of Alabama. Were you guys on campus today to hear that?
No. I was driving back.
Now, what time was that?
Miami.
It said noon and 9.
I was just about to come into work.
I didn't hear it. But we can hear it now, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you like it?
I did like it.
Good.
Yeah, I like it. And I'm liking this weather that we're having here.
You know, the weather's going to be changing over
Todd cracks me
I'm
up.
telling you, Todd is something
It's hard to stay on task when Todd is up here.
You know, this guy comes back from Miami, Florida, nice suntan.
I know.
Suntan.
He's just rubbing it in.
Folks, it was an 8 a.m. to 12:30.
It was a working vacation, huh?
It was. I only saw the beach at nighttime out my window.
Okay.
Really?
Yes, I never got to experience
Todd.
it.
Well, we thank you for bringing. He brought some nice weather back.
There's no tan whatsoever.
You know, you did bring.
Brought the nice weather back, so we appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
You know, we're going to be in the 70s over the next few days. Actually, mid-70s going to be light. We have a little bit of rain to talk about, though, between now and then. Actually, it's still going to be rainy at times tomorrow, but it's not going to rain all day. Just keep the rain gear handy. You're going to need it. But notice the heavy rain over Louisiana and Arkansas. That's where the core of the heavy rain is going to stay over the next 24 hours or so. Some of that's going to try to nose into our west and central Alabama counties. We're still going to have a lot of cloud cover. A few showers and storms expected Thursday, Friday. Lower rain chance over the weekend. We're only talking about a 30% chance for a few scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm. Saturday's high in the upper 70s, close to 80. Overnight lows in the upper 50s to around 60. As we go into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, there are signs of some fairly heavy rain possibly coming around that time frame.
So just keep the wet weather gear handy.
Yeah, you'll need it.
All right, that's our report for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.
Good night.
Eddie Lacy. Come on in, big fella. I talked to Coach, defensive player of the game. 8 tackles, 5.
To the strange and sweet home, Alabama. The tide rolls, and not only have they won 3 and 4, but how about the state of Alabama?
Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy. I talked to Coach.
For some hunting on the Tommy Wilcox Show.